back. Tamil Nadu Minister Senthil Balaji, who was recently arrested by the Enforcement Directorate, has now undergone a bypass surgery. He's being monitored in the ICU. You can see those visuals that had gone viral earlier of the minister being taken by the Enforcement Directorate to the hospital where he broke down and he was weeping in the car. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court has refused to interfere on the Madras High Court proceedings on the plea by the minister's wife, allowing the High Court to continue with the hearing, directing the ED to raise its issues in the High Court. Let's go across to Sam and Arvind for more. And Sam, first to you. So the minister has undergone bypass surgery.
That's right. This took place early this morning, and according to a bulletin by the Kaveri Hospital, Gargi, they say the 4 bypass grafts were placed and coronary revascularization has been established. In terms of his condition, they say he's stable hemodynamically and he's being monitored at the post-operative ICU. And at the moment, it's not sure when the ED would be able to take him under police custody, armed with a lower court's order in Chennai, giving them 8 days' time. And it's in this regard, the Supreme Court ruling is being seen as favorable for Senthil Balaji's side. But politically, Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has called this politically motivated, alleging the BJP at the centre is targeting opposition-ruled states, deploying central agencies like ED and income tax authorities. The case pertains to his tenure as Transport Minister when Jayalalitha was Chief Minister. He was accused of receiving money, promising jobs, and those who had lost money had filed the complaints. The BJP, of course, claims that these are based on court directives, the law taking its course, and they deny its political vendetta. Garge.
That's right. A massive controversy and, back and forth between the DMK on one hand and the AIADMK and BJP on the other hand after the minister was arrested. Arvind, now the Supreme Court for the moment has refused to, interfere in this matter, waiting for the Madras High Court's decision.
Yeah, Agagi, Supreme Court today refused to pass any orders on the Enforcement Directorate plea that challenged both the Madras High Court order and also the PMLA Court order in Chennai. The Madras High Court had ordered shifting of Senthil Balaji from Omandurar Hospital to Kaveri Hospital for bypass surgery, and even the PMLA Court had directed the Enforcement Directorate to carry out ED custody in the hospital. In fact, ED, when moved, the PMLA court seeking 15 days of custody for Senthil Balaji, the ED court had allowed Enforcement Directorate to question Senthil Balaji in the hospital premises, taking him into custody for 8 days. And that's where on both those orders, Enforcement Directorate had challenged it before Supreme Court, but today Supreme Court refused to intervene in the High Court order, saying that High Court seized of this matter, and unless until High Court takes a final call on this particular issue, the Supreme Court would not be intervening in this particular case, and that's where Supreme Court has directed the Enforcement Directorate to raise all its issues before the High Court, and once High Court takes a final call on the habeas corpus plea of Senthil Balaji's wife and also on this ED's plea seeking 15 days of custody after his discharge from the hospital, the Supreme Court said that the Supreme Court will hear this matter. So that's why Supreme Court, without dismissing the plea of Enforcement Directorate, but didn't give any order for the Enforcement Directorate plea, but adjourned the matter for July 4th.